And here's
Yeah.
my question. Who's gonna go top if there's a fight?
Lesh.
Okay, so how do you punish Leshrac for going top?
I take his mid tower.
Right.
This catapult.
But
Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
So
Oh,
you're not doing shit to finish
it
him.
makes
You're
so much
only thinking
sense.
about your game. Right, exactly.
Oh,
And plus what is worth more gold than XP?
freaking the creeps. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness.
All right, so now you have 6. You want to communicate with your team? Oh, like this
I
this
think I
Necro
figured
should
out.
die. Yeah. He will eventually when Lion gets his shit together. Okay. So yeah, you're doing a great job. So right now you have absolute free farm, right?
Yeah.
Why go Kaya is my question.
So, um, a fun game or a fun build that I like to go is Kaya Yasha because
Okay.
of I don't follow guide
Okay.
because I constantly just kind of intuition. I know how to play
Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Um, the mana regen is really nice. And when I do get the Yasha, my movement speed's super fast. So I'm really hard to catch.
Okay.
Um, that's also a build that I'm kind of comfortable with. Because I like to be an elusive Zeus. In the sense that I can I'm in and out of the fight. Obviously, I'm not going to be building a Ghost Scepter this game. I
Okay.
would usually opt if they had stronger um, physical damage.
That makes
Uh,
sense. Only if they can get on top of you.
mhm. But yeah, I just like it's just more of a personal thing. I really like having the movement speed and being able to be in and out. It's kind of just my playstyle on Zeus. And that's also how I climbed out of the Crusader bracket.
Nice. That's
I
really good. I don't dislike the Kaya. I just like Ags better. I think
yeah.
right now you have an absolute free game, right?
Hmm.
You've gotten early Ags on Zeus before. Do you know how fucking scary that is?
Uh huh.
So think about you have Lifestealer, Axe, Zeus. Okay? So you want to think about when Axe gets his Blink Dagger, you want to have your Ags. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And the reason why is because you can immediately make a play,
Yeah.
right? Because what's the one thing Axe doesn't have if he rushes Blink?
Like lockdown or just more
He doesn't have
DPS.
damage. If he
Yeah.
rushes Blink, that means he doesn't have a Blade Mail, right? So
Yeah.
Axe or Vanguard. So Axe isn't ahead, so he's not going to have enough damage to kill someone. Axe has been jungling all game, right?
Yeah.
So what you need is damage. You have a life stealer that'll be in the axe. Hopefully, I don't know what happens this game.
He
You
gets
can
in
never
there. Yeah.
control. So life stealer in the axe, followed by a Zeus Soul and a Nimbus. Tell me anyone on their team does they die? It doesn't matter who it is. Anywhere on the
Yeah.
map, they're dead.
Yeah.
But you don't go Ags, so you don't get that opportunity. Not saying it's gonna bite you in the ass. I don't know. But in a higher MMR game, you could shit on them,
I
right?
understand. Yeah. No, that's definitely. I
It's kind of like the Orchid thing.
sometimes. Yeah. I sometimes opt to go for a later Ags as well,
Hmm.
so I get it closer to when I get my level 20 talent,
Right.
because I will still be pretty decently
So you're going.
high.
Are you going for the mini stun or the cooldown
The
reduction?
mini stun.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually go for the mini stun, because I'll have my Ags right before that or
Hmm.
right after that.
Okay. I mean, I personally wouldn't go. I don't really think you're aiming for a talent. It's not like Sven, right? It's more you're more just kind of or aiming for this timing where it's too much damage. That's how you want to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know the current build on Leshrac that's kind of dominating high MMR pubs?
Is it the Ags, Bloodstone,
Yeah, it's
TP
Ags
build?
Rush. And do you
Yeah,
know why the Ags is so strong?
because it's just so much damage.
Yeah, at the time you get it. It's not because the Ags is like particularly broken. It's been the same for years. It's because if
Yeah.
you go at first item, you have 2 level 4 lightning storms hitting people because you'll press E and then it'll happen again because of your ult, right?
And it's
That's
just super strong.
insane damage. It's the same as Nimbus. The
Yeah.
enemy team just doesn't have enough HP to withstand your onslaught. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
rotating. Great job. You push out the mid lane. And this isn't really for you. This is for people watching. You push out the mid lane, then you rotate. That's how you know. That's how you decide.
Mhm.
Great job.
Yeah, I think we butcher the kill on the Necro here, and I just commit my ulti. The way I kind of think about
Okay.
using ulti on Zeus, I realize I'm stealing farm here
Yep.
from the
And what happens? Why can't you leave mid for a long time?
because Leshrac's gonna punish me.
Right. So let's
The
think.
second time I
Oh,
went to
sorry.
gank, I lose my tower.
Right. So right here,
Yeah.
you talked about how Axe isn't defending, like we talked about it before the game. Let's think about it
Mhm.
right now. Okay, watch. Ready? What did you come top to accomplish?
Get kills
Okay, cool. So let's watch this. Ready?
and create space for my lifestealer as well.
Rubik's dead.
Yep.
You pop bottle. You TP back mid. Your job is done. Is there any way you kill Necro?
Mm,
Look at your
no.
mana.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't have an.
You have
Yeah.
nothing. If you had like shit coming up where you're like, okay, I have another W and a Q, and maybe you do, right? Like Necro doesn't run
Mhm.
back straight. But now you're taking farm from your lifestealer, so you're not creating space for him. You're hurting his game,
Yeah.
right? And you have a Leshrac. You can't let them get this close. Look, right here, Rubik's dead. You should be TPing. Look, and the creep
Yeah.
wave wouldn't have even got there yet.
I might have been able to kill the Leshrac actually,
Exactly.
looking at his health.
Exactly. So now watch how much damage they take. And look, Leshrac is so bad that look, it's not even hitting the tower. Did you see that? And you
Yeah.
still managed to lose your tower to this guy, okay?
Oh my
He is
goodness.
bad. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is like that shouldn't happen, right? Okay. So you have two options. Personally, like I think Kaya's okay, but I've not seen Kaya rushed. You have three options actually. So I've seen Boots of Travel rushed. That's
Mhm.
when what I would consider the bots route is when you don't have wave clear and you're the only wave clear source on your team.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's kind of your job at that point to like go to the dead lane when people are
Or
like
just fighting or doing
yeah, and
whatever.
when they're fighting bottom, you could just TP in, right? It's kind of like you have a quicker ultimate because like, it's not like your ultimate, but it's your hero. You're gonna TP in every team fight and be there when they don't have enough damage to like one shot you. So that's a build, and that will actually help you get more farm because you'll be everywhere getting all the creep waves. Okay, or I've seen people go Aether Lens. So right now you'd build Arcane Boots to get your mana up. You spam your Arcane Boots, and then you'd build an Aether Lens and disassemble the Arcane Boots into an Aether Lens. Or
Yeah.
third build, you go Ags right now. My favorite is going Ags right now. You just spam Clarities, buy 2, 3, maybe 4 Null Talismans, a bottle, boots, and then go Ags.
Yeah.
Because you want that Ags at like, imagine, okay, tell me if you had a 15-minute Ags, if the enemy team Zeus has a 15-minute Ags, do you not shit yourself and go, who fed him? What happened mid? Like, are we fucked? But if the enemy Zeus has Kaya Aether Lens, do you say the same thing? Are you as scared? I guess is my
Uh.
like would you feel comfortable pushing a wave where Zeus isn't there if he has Kaya Aether Lens?
Yeah.
But if he had Ags, you would say, "Oh fuck, where's Axe? Where's Lifestealer? Where's Zeus?" Right? Because they're gonna
Yeah.
Ags and jump you and you're dead. So
Yeah.
you got to think about that. And these players are not thinking about that. So I guarantee you they'll
So
just die.
Necro actually at the end of the game said you I usually go Ag second item, or he was saying you probably should have gone the Ag sooner.
Yeah, because your only threat on this game, it's not your only
Mhm.
threat. It's just like your biggest threat of Zeus is this Ags, right? It's
Yeah.
global. Because think about if you had Ags, right?
Yeah.
While your team is fighting bottom, you could be defending Leshrac's push in a different lane. Because you just Q the wave and then ult and then Ags.
Just have a strong global presence.
Yeah, and then because you don't have to be there. It's kind of like Nature's Prophet Inspector. You can smoke without your Zeus and not be scared that you're going to lose the team fight. Also, spam by Clarities. You're sitting on low mana since you came back from the Rubik kill. Um,
I
and you're
think here I was waiting for
the rune. I would just spam by
yeah.
Clarities anyways, because you're gonna use it anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like you not using your mana means you're not farming, right? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
And
Because your
here
Q farms.
I go for the haste rune. I grab the haste rune. I say I'm gonna go gank.
Okay, this is
And that also ultimately is punishing because one, like you said, I did not have a lot of mana, so I'm
right. You
very
you don't do
like
shit. You're just
I used
here.
one W, three
You're right
Qs,
clicking.
and I'm out of mana.
On
Yeah,
Zeus, you are right clicking Undying right now. I hope you see the error of your
I see.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hurt. It's kind of cringe to watch. I mean,
All right.
ultimately we get the kill, but it's like I die. I die here
Yeah.
actually,
And then look what you lost.
and we lose the T1.
So you shit on Leshrac, right?
Yeah,
In the lane. What was his only way to come back in this game?
take our mid tower and
And you
get
just
free
gave
rank.
him a win condition, did you not? And
I
you're
did.
telling me you wanted this axe to defend a lane against this Leshrac. Level 8
No,
versus level 5.
he probably would have
How?
died
What's
again.
he gonna do? Yeah, exactly. That's the question. What's he gonna do? Die? That'd be great. Like Leshrac is wanting to Axe to defend this lane. He's praying for it. And now look, Leshrac is doing exactly what you were gonna do to him earlier. He's
Yeah.
playing on your side of the map. And now he's
Playing
taking your
farm.
mid tower. We already talked about this. He can do whatever he wants right now. He could walk bottom, right? He could walk top.
Mhm.
You don't know, cause look, you have no vision either. You don't know where he is, bro. Dire. Watch, ready?
Mhm.
You have no clue where Leshrac is.
Yeah.
So another
We do
thing
know
you
that
should
the
do,
Undying is there, and was putting in sentries in our jungle,
right?
blocking
And
camp.
he's only able to do that because you don't have a mid tower, so he's not getting punished. Cause this is safe
Yeah.
space for him right now. Is it, you know what I mean? He could
Yeah.
just walk wherever he wants. This whole area is his. Look, he's in your jungle. Imagine if your Lifestealer didn't have a good game. Where would Lifestealer be farming right now?
In the jungle.
Right. So your Lifestealer, you would fuck your own Lifestealer's game, and that was
Yeah.
all avoidable. So Leshrac's doing you a favor by showing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now you want to think about what can you do, right? Like
Yeah.
you would think about what's your impact in this game, because like what basically my suggestion to you. Here's what I would say. Okay, think about it like this. Zeus isn't helping his team that much because you've only killed 2 supports so far, right? He's not helping his team, and now this game's a little different. But imagine you're losing your game. Imagine you're playing carry, and your mid Zeus doesn't have a mid tower, has only killed supports, and then says, "Hold on, guys, let me get my Kaya. I'm really close." Do you
It
say,
looks
"Oh
like
my
I'm
God,
throwing.
thank God the game is saved. We have a Kaya. Let's go." Right? Imagine if
Yeah.
Zeus says, "Hold on, I'll have an Ags," or "Hold on, let me get my Aether Lens, my travels." They're all different items, but what I would say to you is when your Zeus says, "Hold on, let me get my Ags," you say, "Okay, it's fine." When Zeus gets Ags, we have a win condition. And you kind of
Yeah.
sit back and your team goes, "It's fine. He almost has Ags. It's fine, you guys. Chill. It's okay." Right?
Mhm.
Now, how would you have sped up your Ags timing is the question. What have you not
Hitting
done a
jungle
lot of this
creeps.
game? Yeah, okay, that's what I was just going to get to.
Yeah.
You can gank. That is fine. But all you've done is killed supports,
Mhm.
and that's it. You haven't killed any cores this game. So your ganks weren't really impacting the enemy team's net worth. Look, they're all top 3 under you.
Yeah.
So you had a choice to either kill their supports, which is fine, even though you died, which wasn't fine. But that's a good decision if you kill their supports. But then you got to do that while you're farming. You got to work it into
Yeah.
your farm routes. Because for you, it's like I'm gonna walk top, then I'm gonna walk mid, and I'm not gonna hit a single jungle creep the whole time. It's just back and forth, and then you're gonna hit creep waves, which keeps your net worth up. But it's not like you could have had your Ags soon, right? You could have
I
had
got the
2 pieces
cupcake,
to
but
an
I don't
Ags
got
right
the
now.
cherry on top. The
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
you see what I'm saying? That's how
Mhm.
I would think about it. Like there's no, and it's kind of like when your Storm Spirit gets his Bloodstone, you say, okay, we can play the game differently now. When
Can
you're
we go back
Zeus,
a little bit to
yeah,
where I hit this ulti?
yeah, hell yeah.
Um, so my process here, I see that they're fighting top,
Uh-huh.
and I don't believe in the in the kill steal like Zeus,
Okay.
like oh me.
Okay.
Like if I see that the enemy's getting lower,
Uh-huh.
or like my team's skirmishing and like here, like look, they're fighting right here, really
Uh-huh.
strong. Right there, I'm gonna pop my ulti just so like my team doesn't decommit from the fight. Like
Okay, so you
well,
missed the
yeah,
Rubik kill. Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay, look. Watch,
I
ready?
think that was just me not watching the map.
Cause like, look, right now, why would you talked about like a good Zeus ult. Look about right now,
Yeah.
okay? What's Necro's only weakness?
Well, magic damage
Okay,
when he's
so
in the
right now,
split
look
trap.
at look what's happening. Necro's
Yeah.
exposed himself to a 75% extra damage nuke or ulti. No, was it 40%? So your ultimate's gonna do 40% more damage to Necro. It's
Hmm.
gonna kill a Rubik, and it's gonna hurt the Undying.
Yeah.
This is the value ult, right?
Yeah. I
But
think
you,
if you look at my player perspective, I'm on my camera right now. I
yeah.
don't see it until late. Yep.
But
Like
like right now, that Rubik's dead. Now watch. Why does
I
Snapfire ulti here?
I am not sure.
Watch. You could have saved him. Watch, ready?
Hmm.
So he goes back to base. He TP's in. I don't know why he's TPing with half mana. Watch. If you ulted right now, Snapfire wouldn't have to ult, would he? Because he's ulting to kill the Rubik. You see?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now, Snapfire wouldn't be just sitting here doing jack shit. Instead, who would he be ulting?
He'd be ulting the Undying and the Necro.
Right. So then your Lifestealer would fuck on 2 of them and you get a double kill.
Yeah.
All
I see
because
what you mean.
you would have been paying attention. This Necro would be dead right now.
Yeah.
And maybe he does die, which is great. But you see what I'm saying?
I think ultimately it does turn out well, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Also, here's something completely different that is what you need to focus on because you're the Zeus player. You're not going to
Yeah.
show up to this fight. No one expects you to. What you
Yeah.
need to do,
It is
okay,
push mid or
yes,
push top.
before you jungle this, think about it, right?
The jungles are just gonna be there.
It's going to be there after. It's 18, right? It's not going to respawn anytime soon, right? And here's
Yeah.
my question. Who's going to go top if there's a fight?
Lesh.
Okay, so how do you punish Leshrac for going top?
I take his mid tower.
Right.
Just catapult.
But
Oh,
exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So you're not doing shit to finish him.
makes all
You're
my
only thinking
sense.
about your game. Right, exactly.
Oh,
And plus, what is worth more gold than XP?
freaking the creeps. Oh
Exactly.
my goodness.
So now Leshrac could be punished, which he might die anyways. Like, look, this is absolute dog shit. Whatever they're doing is game losing. Like, tell me, how do you lose this game when they just died? Necro died top, Leshrac is top, and the mid tower's not down.
Yeah.
Like, there's the only reason you guys lose this game is because of the little mistakes, right?
Yeah, and the one.
Yeah,
Big
there's
one.
a big mistake, but like this mid tower would have been half dead, right? Undying
Yeah.
literally just TP top. Who can defend mid?
No, well,
Nobody.
The Luna will die.
Okay, great. Send the Luna mid. I hope to God Luna goes mid. Because what
Yeah.
are you protecting by sending Luna mid?
You're protecting their bottom tower.
Because there's
Oh
a
my
catapult and a Luna on there.
goodness.
I saw that on the
feel-
minimap, right?
I'm having an epiphany.
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
then, my question, like, then again, like, the Kaya kind of helps you farm faster,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help you farm as fast as an Aether Lens or Boots of Travel. If you bought Boots of Travel, your farm would go through the roof. Your GPM, because you could be everywhere. You could be bottom, you could be top, you could be mid.
Yeah.
Just walking between lanes will take half the amount of time because you're like doubling your fucking movement. Or it's like, you know what I mean? It's like 30% increased movement speed. That's a fuck ton with the Boots of Travel, right?
Mhm.
So you could go travels this game. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Aether Lens so that you could take these fights and be safe and not be scared of getting hit by Tombstone. Because if you get zombied, you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna die if you get Tombstoned.
Mhm.
Or you just keep farming like you're doing, but be working on an ag so your team actually has a win condition,
Yeah.
right? So you would be halfway doing ags right now, more actually. And again, look, it's 11 minutes. You could have like a 14-minute ags if you just kept doing exactly what you're doing right here. Now you go to the next camp, great, right? And make sure you keep looking mid because you know mid's gonna come soon. So you're doing a great job. You should be spamming clarities because your GPM will go up, even though it seems a little counterintuitive. You're spending 50 gold, but the amount of gold you're gonna get by spamming more Qs is gonna be worth 50 times that.
Yeah.
So plus think about it right now. Say they dive your team top. Okay? What can you do?
Well, if I have mana, I can TP top and
Exactly.
fight with them.
Or you could push mid, which is both for valid answers. But why can't you push mid if they all dive top right now? What's gonna happen? So you're gonna push mid. But say you push mid all the way to their tower. If somebody comes, you can't send them away. You don't have mana. But if you had full mana right now, if this Necro TP's mid, you'll just fucking kill him, right? Or like do some serious damage to him.
Just say get out of here.
But see, you don't feel safe hitting this mid tower because if they TP'd on you, what's gonna happen?
I'm just gonna die.
You're gonna die. There's nothing you can do. So right now you're like a creep. Your impact is so little. You can't do anything. So now we're gonna go top. We're gonna go bottom. See, I don't think. Oh, you're getting arcane boots. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna walk bottom. I was like, oh my god, you're psycho. Okay. So you go back mid. This is great. Great job. You get the rune. Don't hit that jungle camp. Great. Okay, so you should push mid there first. Just a small thing. Because again, they're diving, right? So they can't defend mid. So just send the creep wave on their mid tower and then go top.
Yeah.
It would take 1 Q. You don't even have to hit it. Just hit 1 Q and these things would die so fast. Alright, so you go top.
Here I'm trying to
Snaz on this Leshrac. Does it work? Of course it works. Great job.
Then,
oh, we got Lion buying back. Necro's here. Oh.
Yeah, here I start running out of mana. I mean.
Yeah, you would have more mana if you had clarities.
My team finished wrapping up on killing the Undying, so it's all going.
That was so good. That was so good. Everything was perfect that fight, except for the fact you didn't push mid, which isn't even that fight. That's just in the game. And you get the
Yeah.
ward. Damn. Okay, great job. Right now, you'd have, what, 3/4 of an Ags at 13
I
minutes?
I think I would have the Ags now.
Yeah. Because if you didn't go Arcane Boots,
And
you'd
didn't
have
go
an...
Kaya, I would have the
Yeah,
Ags.
you'd have Ags, pretty much. So now imagine you had Ags. This bitch who's been free farming all game, what's going to happen to her?
She's gonna get dunked on.
Exactly. So now you can like scare the enemies. That's how you make space. You kill the enemy carry off
Yeah.
cooldown, right? She should TP back to lane and die again and then die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ultimately wasting time.
Because look, Axe has a blink now. What you had an Axe? Remember we talked about it. That's the timing you're gonna hit. We
Yeah.
talked about matchups. We talked about timing. Your team is at its peak right now. Because anyone Axe blink calls will die with a Zeus Snapfire behind her, him,
Or a
right?
life stealer.
Or a life stealer in him, right?
Yeah.
You have so
Yeah.
many heroes. You have Finger of Death. All right, boys. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was part 2. Part 3 is on the way. If you guys are interested in signing up for coaching, don't be scared to message me on Discord or message me on Twitter. It's super fun. I have a shit ton of time right now because of winter break. Finals are going to be over. So get on there. Talk to me. Let's set something up. I'm really excited. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.